We're good to go, right? Okay, let me get everything all here. Right, so but basically, this was obviously this morning's strength chart. This is this afternoon here. I've already been on it. We've had pound recover ever so slightly. CAD has obviously dropped, but pretty much everything else is the same. Swiss. We actually mentioned about gold. Everyone on Friday. Do you know what? It really irritates me when gold drops like I explained, minor, and everyone's like, right, this is the top, the drops come, and then today we obviously get this huge move, which we did, call. We just obviously mentioned to watch out for this Asian high, broke through, retested, off we went, happy days. Um, so right, let's obviously go through in regards to what's happening. Interesting enough, we've got yields starting to roll over here. All right, but obviously dollar is still acting a bit like a safe haven. We're obviously still 0.4% up and climbing, but obviously yields are 0.5% down. Excuse me. And then we've got the, stock market up. Yeah, I did start recording. We've got the stock market's up, probably not major, zero point 0.4 on US 100. So risk is, a bit kind of middle of the range. Dollar's not really doing a ton today. If you think about it, we obviously opened up here. We've only traded within this range. I think, if we've not really moved much, then we're obviously not going to move that much again. What am I kind of looking for this afternoon? I really want to, see obviously what's going to happen with the dollar. Is this going to hold, or are we going to break through? Are we just going to hug this, and it's just going to be one of those days? So looking at obviously the chart here, obviously CAD, Euro CAD, which we were in this morning, that's missed off, but potentially obviously if we were to get rid of this, right? And we were to look at the actual structure of, let's go on at 15 minutes. It might be a bit cleaner, right? I'm going to get rid of this for now too. But obviously, if we're looking at the structure here for Euro CAD, all right, we've got obviously this happening here, yeah? And we know that CAD is weak, and obviously Euro is relatively strong. Euro is only going to get, stronger. This was the London high here, which we're testing. So there could be a very, very, similar kind of entry. If we were looking to do it, let's just have a look at a Fibonacci to see. I would like this to drop a little bit lower, but we're just going to have to wait and see here whether we're going to get that kind of move up. I think we can take this up into this level here. This could be one potentially here. All right, because we're going with trend here. We've made a new high. We're popping back, but we do just want this to come down a little bit lower here, I think, before we look to obviously pump this up to the upside. But I do think CAD might potentially, strengthen. We've got dollar at the moment, kind of middle to low range. Obviously, if this keeps on pumping, then yeah, it's obviously not going to really do us that much harm. What have we got? Swiss, and Euro at the top, so again, what would we be looking for? Potentially Euro if we get a bit of weakness here, if we got rid of this, potentially we might be looking for a buy here. But obviously, if we're going on a bit of a higher time frame, we've also got to be aware that we are technically trending to the downside here. We've made a new, low here, but obviously on a 15-minute time frame, this could be an equal low or classed as an equal low here. So I think if this holds, potentially could get one more push to the upside. If dollar breaks, potentially pound, I do like this, like I was mentioning, we're obviously trading in between these two areas this week. We're just trying to find the perfect trade. If we're looking at a potential rollover. We've obviously had our, spike up, our indecision. We've broken through. Technically, trend is continuing. We made this, low here. So we've got about 6 minutes left here. This is the London opening range here. If we do get some more strength from the dollar, I would like to see this trade down into potentially this area here. All right, and then again, if we were having 15 pips, this would be our, trade. If this obviously came off, then we obviously would be looking at that is all we're going to be trading. Let's just have one more look here. So we've now got as well. We've got yen and CAD at the bottom. We've got Swiss, euro, and NZD. So potentially might be looking for. I like this. I do like this here. Can you guys see here? Right, we've got obviously a mixture all over the place here. But if I get rid of this, you could class this as consolidation, yeah, which is obviously what the London Open is, or sorry, the US Open is. So potentially with NZD strength and obviously CAD weakness, we could actually be looking at a trade like this, 15 pips, but we would need a break out of this, a retest, and then a continuation because we want to. We've been consolidating in this area since upwards 10. All right, so any breakout, either way, that's going to be one to watch. Swiss yen, I don't really, like. We've already had this crazy move here. Let's have a look at Euro JPY. Euro JPY's got potential too. If we look how small London session was compared to Asia. All right, and let's just have a look at this on a slightly higher time frame here. All right, we've technically we're still classed as in a downtrend, but we've had a massive 4 hour rejection here. This to me would only pay off if we're actually working towards some dollar weakness here. We might obviously come back and test this US Open lower range, and then we can potentially buy up into minimum this London high here. So let's wait and see. I do like that one though. So that'll be 40 pips with a 15 pip stop loss. I would quite like that. I'd want to see this on the 15-minute time frame. Just hold one more test and then let's see obviously what we get on. But obviously 15-minute, it is kind of trending to the downside here. So it's how well this level here holds. But I do like it. So let's wait and see. USD CAD as well might potentially be one. Obviously, it has been trending. CAD is overall very, very weak. So we'll wait and see. USD Swiss. Yeah, that would be potentially one. We're obviously breaking out here. We've consolidated since one. We're looking to break out and then potentially might come and test Asian low here. So this would be one here, but it's not a massive trade. So I probably would leave that one there. Gold, what are we hoping for here? Well, we've obviously got this Asian high here. You could also argue we've got London high. I don't know if we're going to get that much of a move. If you look at how much everything else has, moved, Asia's moved more than London across the board. So, well, euro it's not, but obviously gold, look how much that's moved during London. This is going to be one of those telling highs. Are we going to get that continuation, or are we going to get, a bit of a pull back here? But that is a very, very nice, healthy 4 hour candle here. So we could be creeping up towards these highs a bit later on. I wouldn't want to bet against this move here that's happened. Look how quick. 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. We've moved 4 candles. We've moved like 750 pips, which is crazy. So, we obviously need to be aware of that. And that was actually quite an obvious trade. If you look at the consolidation in this area. We broke straight through it, plus we broke through the Asian high, retested the Asian high, and then it's gone. So NZDJPY, I do like the look of this. We got 1 minute left. I'd like a retest and then an entry, or we might just enter this off the back. And I also like Euro too. So these would be two of my hot picks. We've got about a minute left. So let me very, very quickly put these in the group. Um, and then obviously we can capitalize on these a bit later on. Right, let's just very, very quickly put these in the group. So we've got here, can we do it in time? 42 seconds. NZD JPY. NZDJPY. Buy. 26 seconds. I think we can do this, you know. And then we've got Euro JPY. And we've got Euro JPY. There we go. So I like this. I like both these. I'd like a little pullback, but even entering here would be good in my opinion. We've got enough of stop loss. So let's wait and see. So I'm just getting these in place now, and then we'll be good to go. How's Euro getting on? I like Euro. I like Euro, well, where it is. I think 15 pips is realistic. I don't think we need to worry too much about it. I think yen is overall very, very weak. So we can obviously see how this one works out. We've got a little bit to make up for um, from this morning, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens here. So yeah, and then obviously we've got NZD. Perfect. Look at that. Let's look at these pound ones. I think potentially another 15 minutes on this, or potentially I'd probably hold off. It isn't enough for us to want to take that, warrant it. NZD, AUD, GBP, gold. Let's just have a look at this. I think if we come up here and retest anything, I want to know what's going to happen here. Yeah. I want to know this is the area that I'm interested in. And I do potentially think we might come back, just retest this area before potentially equaling these highs here. Yeah. That's what I think we might have the potential of. So let's wait and see how this pans out, and if whether or not we can capitalize on it. But the two areas that I'll be monitoring here want to be this one here, and then want to be that one there. Let's have a look at this. Is still climbing. So obviously, if we're going to do that, it'd be USD CAD would be one, but we'll wait and see on that one. Pound, like I said, euro potentially down here. I'm going to put this one in as well because I don't mind it from there, but obviously I wouldn't want it from anywhere else. So let's wait and see. Do 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 do. There we go. Euro, USD. I'm going to put here wait must hold entry level before. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to wait and see on that one there. Anything else that we're looking for? Probably not a lot, really. I think if dollar strengthens, it's going to climb. GBP AUD. Look at that. I mean, our entry this morning was here. No, it was a bit higher, wasn't it? It was about here, and it's come straight back into a little bit of take profit there, which is annoying because it hit stop loss. But Euro CAD is one. I do like this, but obviously CAD. We did say about coming into this area, didn't we? Didn't we? Didn't we? Do do's. I'm going to put this in there, but obviously it's a bit more of a high risk because obviously CAD is not the one. But obviously if dollar weakens ever so slightly, it will take this one up a bit. So it'd be something like this. So this will be the last one, and obviously we entered it this morning, made some good profits out of it. So there's no reason why we can't enter it again. So let's put this one in as our last but not least. Does anyone have any questions or anything you want me to go through? Happy to go through it. Um, you're a cat. There we go. I'm gonna put a little note on that one. Wait to see if this holds. Oh, perfect. Right. Let's wait and see. So yeah, does anyone have any questions? Anything you want me to go through? There we go. So your older videos on YouTube, Tokyo Drift, are they still relevant? Yeah, yeah, I've got the Tokyo Drift on the course. Um, so yeah, I think there's Tokyo Drift and Britannia Breakout on there. Do you think zero point 0.8 lot size, zero point 0.8 is too small for NZDJPY? Depends obviously what size account you're trading, anything. So if you look at NZDJPY, it's, our target here is still pretty healthy. It's 40 pips. Um, so it should be good. This you want to be monitoring it also around this area here. Your JPY is climbing as well. Look at that, guys. This is what we like, isn't it? This is what we like. One thing that I want you to all, and I keep banging on about it, and I'm going to bang on about it every single day, is I really, really want you guys to understand the routine, all right, of the entries, the importance of checking what's a strong pair, what's a weak pair, because we might be looking at, I don't know, let's pick a random one, all right? CAD JPY, or we might be looking at AUD JPY and think, you know what, I want this to come and test here and then, melt to the downside. But when you look overall, if you once you identify, strength of pairs at the beginning, it's going to cut out any rubbish trades, so what I kind of suggest you doing, flick this out the way and then do your marking up. So you got no idea what's strong and what's weak. It's very, very good practice. Mark up your, what you think, might be a good trade. Then obviously check, strength and then see if it aligns with your expectations. And if it does, then brilliant. You can go for it. If not, then yeah, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, so yeah, right, guys. I'm gonna end it here. I've had probably about 10 messages, in regards to obviously your goals. So.